We are back. It's been a minute. It's your boy AJ Herman here. Thank you for joining us. It's been a few weeks, months since we picked up on our MLB The Show franchise, but we hope you've watched some of our previous episodes. If not, check those out on our YouTube channel. We are obviously now here live on YouTube and Twitch, so thank you guys for joining us. Once again, my name is AJ Herman. With me, as usual, not always, but as usual, our bench coach Kevin Sullivan. He'll be manning the comment section today, so please hit us with your questions, comments, thoughts, hopes, dreams, trade rumors. There's been a lot of news to cover, especially on the Yankees front since we've last picked up with everything. So feel free to fire away and throw us a follow, throw us a comment, share, all those good things. So as you can see behind us, we're 2 games up on the Red Sox in our AL East division race. We got our league rankings there, which I think is pretty funny because it almost exactly mirrors the real-life New York Yankees. First in power, 12th in defense, but second overall. So very good team. I was doing a little behind-the-scenes stuff trying to get James Paxton into the fold, but in this particular franchise season, his value is so high that he was unobtainable with some of the pieces that I still had. So the roster is not exactly the same as the real-life, 40-man Yankees roster, so please bear with us. But if you've stuck with us from the beginning, you'll know that we made some trades. We've got Chris Archer. We still have Andrew McCutchen in the fold, a couple of these kinds of guys. So, but anyway, without further ado, let's pick up right where we left off. Head to the calendar here. We got a nice Orioles battle. Why not? J-Hap. He's certainly now a contender for the Yankees and crossing back over to the real world, of course. Patrick Corbin, that was the big news yesterday. He was the most expected, the Yankees' top target this offseason. He ended up signing a 6-year deal with the Nats, so he is obviously going to be there. And all right, never mind. Let's go with Archer. I didn't realize Hap was a little worn out. So speaking of Archer, let's get right after it. All right, so of course Didi Gregorius still in the picture here, despite his reality-based Tommy John surgery. But anyway, we're off and running. I'll leave the lineup as is. But yeah, it's great to be back. I thought I was going to bring some confetti, maybe some fireworks to mark the occasion, but we're just happy to be back streaming with you guys. I am, speaking personally, but
I think your sound effect is good enough.
Is it good?
Yeah.
The air horn? All right. Anything exciting happens, I'm going to hit that air horn because it's the home run horn, really. So I'll do my best to
MLB The Show has baseball coming your way on a summer night at Oriole Park in Baltimore. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the New York Yankees and the Baltimore Orioles. Orioles baseball coming up next.
Not signed on with any specific team as of right now, still free agent.
Hunter Harvey is on the mound for Game 2. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, if you're looking for Achilles heel from this pitcher, this jumps right out at you. Right-handed batters are hitting over 300 on the season against this guy. That's something he's going to have to improve on if he expects to pitch well in this one.
Ripped down the line. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit. And a nice job to get the ball in quickly. He'll be held to a single here with nobody out.
Nice piece of hitting right there. When you're facing a young blood on the mound, young starting pitcher, you want to get him into the stretch as quick as possible. You want to see how he handles the moment, see if maybe you can run on him. A lot of things going to open up with this next at-bat.
Here's Brett Gardner now. He'll swing at the first pitch and bang one into right center field. That's a base hit. Throw won't get him.
Hey, they're seeing this pitcher well right now. They were obviously paying attention in the hitters meeting. He's found a barrel to the first 2 guys to start this game. Now he's got to worry about the middle of the order.
You keep playing.
All right.
Here's big Aaron Judge. Come up big in spots like this more than once this year. Currently second in the AL in RBIs.
Studio, so we're very excited about that. But working out all the kinks slowly but surely. All right, here we go. 2 pitches in. Man on
From the stretch, here's the pitch. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Guys, the Orioles, as they begin play here tonight, they came out on the losing end last time out and are in a bit of a skid. In fact, they've lost 7 of their last 10.
Yeah, Matty, if they're going to clean up their recent trend right now, they're going to have to find a way for it to start on the mound. They can't go out like last game and allow a bunch of runs and not play sound defense behind them. Both those things are going to have to change if this team's going to get it going in the right direction.
Into the corner and slicing foul.
Just sails in like a hot air balloon. Not a lot of zip. Got battle here. Good fight.
Oh, and this one's driven the other way and deep to the corner. And, oh, he missed a home run by a matter of feet. It's off the wall. And he's in there safely as they take the lead with 2 runs scoring on the play.
Not a home run homer, but
we didn't have to wait long for the offensive fireworks in this one. 2 runners aboard, and he got a pitch he liked, drove it all the way to the wall to bring in a pair of runs, and they're still in good shape to add on with him at second now.
Camden Yards.
Giancarlo Stanton now. Power is a big part of his game, of course, entering the contest 5th in the American League home run race.
Through my veins again for baseball. This is great.
First delivery to him on the way. High and deep to right. Valencia ranging back, still ranging back into the bleachers and gone.
Giancarlo. I'm not even going to attempt John Sterling's
A long 2-run homer off the bat of Giancarlo Stanton, number 22 on the year. As the Yankees start to pull away a bit, it's now 4-0. In now, Gary Sanchez. Coming into this one, his season home run total tops in the American League.
Exactly.
Slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1.
Once again, we of course appreciate you following us, joining us with a little MLB The Show action. Leave any questions and comments you might have. I'm gonna keep trying to rock and roll. Oh, I should have sent that to the Andromeda Galaxy there. That was just floating right over the plate.
We're getting closer with this audio, AJ.
Okay. Baby steps.
Maiden voyage on this one.
Yeah. What up, Stuck? We got Stucco in the background here, as we are now. Oh, get through. Live on Twitch and YouTube. Close. That's close. All right. Fan favorite, Luke Voigt. Still hasn't shaved that beard this offseason. We got to work with him on that, but...
Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair?
Just foul.
No, a little too much hook on it there. It's a foul ball. The windup and the 0-1.
Here we go. Through the gap. Good fundamental baseball. Low and away. Go with the pitch, you know? Don't try to do too much. I'm no expert, but if I can give the Yankees collectively one piece of advice, it's maybe don't try to do too much at the plate. That's all. Just, you got a guy in scoring position, hit a single. Still counts as a run. Anyways, I digress. Here we go. A robbery victim of the 2018 AL Rookie of the Year is now in the box, of course. Miguel Andujar. Still a topic of debate, especially amongst East Coast baseball fans. It was a little bit of East Coast versus West Coast race between he and Shohei Ohtani, who ended up winning. You know, the more you think about it, the more I can kind of understand why voters and national-focused writers were maybe leaning more towards Ohtani, but anybody that watched the Yankees or followed the Yankees, this is just getting out of hand. That's going to be an RBI 3-bagger for the extra base machine. Andujar. I promise this isn't on like super easy mode. I don't know what's happening. I'm just really feeling it, I guess. I don't know. Been playing a lot at home, trying to get these thumbs warmed up, you know, making sure I didn't come in here and embarrass myself, quite like the center fielder did for the Orioles. But this is great. It's going to take a while. We got things to do today, man. rallying and ripping here on offense. Still in the first.
And no timeouts in baseball, but let's call a timeout after this pitch. Oh, excuse me.
Just got to go Oppo real quick, driving another run, but we may have to take a brief TV timeout.
Can you jump into settings and shut the commentators off?
I can definitely do that.
That's what we had last time. That's our problem.
No problem. They don't have anything interesting to say anyway, so. Commentary. There it is. Here's the top one. Commentary volume. Anything else that needs to come down? Crowd, sound effect, PA.
Let's try that, and then we'll jump back in if we need to.
All right. Thanks for sticking with us, folks. Live television. Live digital television. All right. We have now batted around as Glaber comes back to the plate. Oh, man. Oh! This dude's just, it's not his day. Not his day on the mound. I was contending with Matt Vasgersian on the audio channel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All good. Oh, man, we're going to have to, like, fast forward to the 6th inning here if I'm going to finish this game before 3 o'clock. Oh, it's just one after another. You know what I think happened? I think the Orioles maybe were forced to go with some sort of reliever making this start. I can't speculate as to their decision making, but clearly this is not the top arm they probably wanted to start this game. I'm not really sure why he's still in the game after, 7 runs? 7 runs. So, yeah, I don't know. Buck Showalter just giving him quite a long leash. He throws strikes.
You know what Buck would want to do right now?
A lot of them getting hit.
He might want to call timeout and maybe crowd noise down a little bit.
Okay. That's not a bad idea from Buck there. I can just bring everything down.
Bring it all down.
Bring it all down. Oh, definitely need that.
What was that?
That's the controller sound effects that you can have audio coming from your controller to make you really feel like you're in the game.
Gotcha. All right, let's try that on.
All right, let's try it.
Try that on for size.
Boom. 0-1. The big fella. Oh, he got under it. Dang it. That was another one of those swooping breaking balls. And wow, mercifully, the inning has come to an end for that Baltimore pitcher. And on the other side of things, Chris Archer, look at that season he's having. 8-2, sub-2 ERA, sub-1 WHIP, more than a strikeout per inning. All in 12 starts. Definitely worth the acquisition, I think. So, all right, here we go. Welcome back, Arch. There it is. Sometimes you just gotta start strong. Throw some gas in there. Jonathan VR. Oh, it's gonna be tough. He's got wheels. Good throw, and we got him. We got him. Nice. Nicely done, Miguel. And Duhar to get the speedy VR. Of course, former Brewer. Traded the Orioles last year at the deadline. I believe he's a free agent. So, sneaky good, a little bit inconsistent. Great speed, great base stealer. Not a great defensive infielder, at least from what I remember. But, yeah, I've been, as someone obviously who covers the Yankees on a daily basis, been keeping an eye and an ear close to the free agent rumors, the trade rumors. It's off-season. Obviously, we've got the anticipated winter meetings coming up next weekend, or next week, I apologize. So definitely that'll be a moment when a lot of news, a lot of trades, a lot of rumors will be hitting the Twitterverse and the media. So you definitely, guys want to definitely be sticking with us for that, for all the latest news and developments.
Speaking of news and developments, I am now firmly on the Nathan Eovaldi train.
Are you? Okay.
Like, yeah. I'm not.
I got like one arm on it, but the rest of my body's kind of like flailing in the wake. I don't know.
I'm not the conductor of the train. I think A-Rod is.
You're like, yes.
Did you hear that yesterday?
Oh man, big Eovaldi fan. To say the least.
Called him a gem.
A gem.
He's a gem.
It basically was foisting his daughters towards him just because he's such a gentleman.
Right? I love it. I'm sold.
I heard on MLB Network Radio on Sirius, as I enjoyed my free trial there, that teams would look at him as a potential reliever, which I was surprised at, as like being like a multi-inning Josh Hader type. And that intrigues me a lot more. But I think he's going to get a starter's salary in terms of contract offers. Like, I feel like a team would go 4 years, 80 for him. But I think he would be way more effective.
$20 million a year.
I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it.
He's got 2 Tommy John surgeries and a 3rd elbow surgery that he had to do with the Yankees. And then we all watched him completely empty the tank in the playoffs last year.
Yeah, that's scary.
In heroic fashion, he got a ring. You know, great for him. He was one of the storylines of the entire postseason. But that's yet another reason of why I would be very, very wary of his long-term durability. Great dude, amazing makeup. He can somehow still throw 99 even after a series of significant injuries. But he has a ring, and he has proven that he can handle the AL East. He's played for the Red Sox, obviously. He's played for the Rays. So,
$20 million.
After Corbin, he's probably one of the top 2 or 3 remaining free agents available. Please go on.
Amazing how he became that.
That's what I'm saying.
Given his
it's
history.
Like a couple of years ago, he was like a fringe, starter. Like he had some moments, but he's not a guy that you feel great about. In terms of like, oh, he'll definitely come in, throw 8 innings, shutout, whatever. But
right, because there's no track record.
Yeah, he rewrote it last year though.
Yeah.
But I would be very, very nervous.
AJ, say hi to Fiji Man, who welcomes you back.
Fiji
Remember
Man.
Fiji Man?
Oh man, all of our good friends. Self Hill 80. I wonder if he's joining us.
If he is, he hasn't talked.
It's all right. It's been a minute, as the kids say. So it's all right. But Self Hill, Fiji Man, awesome.
Can I
Thank you for rejoining.
Give you a comment here from YouTube?
Please.
D-Bot checks in. What do you think of this trade?
D-Bot?
D-Bot.
Let's hear it. I love
Clint Frazier,
potential trades. Okay.
Miguel Andujar, and Greg Bird.
Okay.
From Madison Bumgarner.
A handsome package. I think it's not a bad idea. It really isn't as outlandish as a lot of these might be. The only thing is that that's a lot to give up for a guy who's going to be a free agent after next year. That's the only thing. I would probably say if you can get him for Frazier and Bird, maybe you do it. Excuse me. But he's a guy, in terms of the elite top-level starters, obviously still under contract, but he's very much available in terms of trades. But he's got a lot of innings on his arm, even though he's only 29 or 30 years old. I think he's only 29. His glory days were half a decade ago. Like that, the folks on the Michael K show yesterday, which, by the way, having its, 6-hour-long show extravaganza.
Right now. Turn us off
right now.
Yeah,
go listen. Watch the simulcast on Yes, and definitely listen on 98.7 ESPN FM radio. Adjust those dials. But they were talking about, obviously, all the different pitchers that are now going to be elevated in terms of stock after the Corbin signing. But for me, Bumgarner doesn't really throw that hard. His regular season is really not as impressive maybe as people think because of his such impressive postseason resume. But again, we're getting to 5 years ago that the 2014 World Series was. So if it's me, if I'm pulling the strings, I would save that whole package. Andujar, I'm a believer in. I support him. I think the Yankees should give him at least one more year this year to let him sort out his defense before they just cut and run with the Rookie of the Year runner-up and a very, very threatening bat in the lineup. Save those guys, send them to Cleveland for Kluber. That's what I would do. He's got, I think, better stuff, better velo. AL guy, proven to be an AL, stud. Postseason experience. And it's 10-0, by the way, Yankees, as I go Yabo with Mr. Voit. There we go. Double digits in the second inning. See, I guess I just need a little break from it because I'm coming back here, guns blazing. 10-zip. There's finally Buck. with the hook. He's seen enough after dropping down by double digits there. So, David Hess, good luck there, fella.
While we make that pitching change,
Yes.
somebody I know closely has a trade idea.
Okay.
I'm doing two different things at once. Can you tell?
I mean, I know it's not your favorite thing, but
I mean, one
I'm
thing at
impressed
once.
so far.
All right. Giancarlo Stanton. File this under will never happen, but I like it.
Okay.
Andujar.
It's fun to think about these things.
So you got Stanton, Andujar, and Domingo Germán
Okay. Sure.
from Mike Trout.
I mean, I would do it if I was the Yankees. It's Mike Trout. Hello. But
What do you do it
if
You're
you're
the Angels.
Billy Epler,
Yeah.
I think the tough thing is that you don't ever want to go down as in history as the GM that traded Mike Trout. I really think that's sort of the barrier. I mean, unless the Angels have not had a really good farm system for a while. They've obviously spent a lot of money to try and do whatever they can with their offense. They still got Pujols' contract, which is an albatross, but it's so tough because Mike Trout, in my opinion, could literally be the greatest baseball player in the history of baseball, just in terms of two-way talent and durability. And he basically finishes 1 or 2 in the MVP voting every single year. So to trade a guy like that, I don't know how Angels fans would take it. That's kind of the only reason. Well, Ohtani, of course. I don't mean to disrespect Ohtani and other talented players in the Angels, but Mike Trout is the reason you watch the Angels until last year with Ohtani, of course. But yeah, I don't know. I think it would take maybe even one more piece in terms of Stanton, Andujar, and Germán.
Clint Frazier. Now what?
I mean, not only, yeah, I mean, you're giving back 2/3 of one of the best outfields in baseball to acquire 1/3 of one of the best outfield in baseball if you were to make that deal. I don't know. That's probably an offer. You're getting into Godfather, unable to refuse territory there. So, I don't know. That's a fun one to think about. I would love to see Mike Trout in pinstripes if I was a Yankee fan and just a baseball fan. I want to see him on the East Coast. Just bring him to our time zone so we can enjoy him and not have to stay up till 1 in the morning to watch his heroics. But, yeah, it's going to be tough. Mike Trout, I don't know. I don't know if he'll ever be traded.
What about Mario Marquez here in the YouTube room?
What's up, Mario? Thank you for joining us. Appreciate it.
He's interested in trading for Chris Archer.
Okay.
I don't know if I've ever seen Chris Archer be good, though. Like, great.
I think that's the thing. It's kind of like, do you think that he can get... I think at one point in his career he had potential #1 ceiling status. Hasn't quite gotten there in the last 3 years maybe. But I personally am an Archer fan. I think he's a really... This word tends to get overused, but he is a really cerebral pitcher. Obviously, he's got broken into the league with the Rays, so he has AL East experience on his resume. In terms of just fit and personality, I think he would instantly be an awesome addition to that clubhouse. So, you know, it's probably the kind of situation that maybe later down the line they could acquire him on the cheap as opposed to trying to pay top dollar in terms of prospects to get Archer. But he will definitely be a name that, you know, will always be linked, not maybe necessarily linked to the Yankees, but they'll always keep an eye on him and see, you know, what he's up to. Maybe they can buy low on a good pitcher like that. They certainly, you know, after Corbin decided to understandably take a massive $140 million offer from the Nats, the Yankees are definitely going to, you know, they're in a place where they probably want at least one more piece with the rotation. They got Paxton in their back pocket. Chris Sheeran and I spoke a lot about the Patrick Corbin deal. You definitely want to check out his And We're Off podcast on iTunes, SoundCloud, everywhere you listen to podcasts. He and I yesterday broke down a lot of the Corbin stuff, how it relates to the Yankees, what the Yankees might do in the wake of that. So some good stuff there. But Yeah, they haven't. You know, you would maybe think if Hap was that guy, they might have been able to come up with a deal for him. But I think Hap smartly knows he's, even in his elder age, I sort of say that in quotes, he's 36. He's still one of the most coveted pitchers available. Basically, he's a free agent. So he was 7-0 with a sub-3 ERA when he joined the Yankees last year. So proved everything you can prove in terms of, you know, handling the Bronx. Obviously, he was with Toronto. He knows the East fairly well, perfectly well. So I think that's probably your guy, unless he wants 3 years. I would feel a little nervous going 3 years for a 36-year-old pitcher. Although he is, you know, I think I use this phrase. He seems like a young 36. He's in great shape. He's not, you know, he doesn't have like, he's not a 99-mile-an-hour kind of guy who's going to break down. So we'll see. But these are all the fun hypotheticals and possibilities that you think about.
So I know I'm your bench coach here tonight.
Yes, it's all good.
But I've watched probably 4 pitches of this game so far. 10 runs, huh?
10 runs. Wow. It's been kind of a blowout. Yeah, the starter, I believe, for the Orioles tonight had a 0-13 record coming into this game, so
can't win them all.
Not exactly their best bet in terms of giving them a chance to win, but very lifelike, very true to life to the Orioles. It's going to be some rough times for them. Although they do have a new regime in order in the front office there, so maybe it won't take as long as people might be thinking. But 10-zip. I'm obviously going to have to fast forward a little bit, but it's okay.
We do have a 3 o'clock meeting.
We do have a 3 o'clock. It is now 2:30, and we've just begun the 3rd inning here. So that's what happens when you just can't stop scoring runs, you know? Get down. Oh. That would have been nice. Nice little bonus there. All right, El Gary.
So at what point in the season are we? Refresh my
We're
memory.
just at the All-Star break. We're like a couple games before the All-Star break, so
okay.
Early July.
And what place are we in?
First place in the East. I forget our record, but we're 2 games up on the Red Sox, who, of course, man, how deep were they playing Sanchez out there? Goodness me.
That update is for Jose Zepeda, who asked. I wonder if Jose is related to Mary Zepeda.
Perhaps.
Jose.
Strong Zepeda contingency in terms of Yes Network followers, which we very much appreciate. Thank you guys, of course, if you're just joining in or if you've just started before we began the stream. We love having you. We love having the interactions, the questions, the comments, all that stuff. We're a conduit to the fans, the followers. Trying to have a little fun behind the scenes in virtual MLB The Show land. Oof. All right, Arch. Pitch count's pretty good. I'm always a strikeout kind of guy. I try to go for the strikeouts, so the pitch count, it gets up there. But we have a great bullpen. Here we go.
There's our standings.
Flash or a glimpse at the standings there.
Tampa Bay.
Very strong year for New York. Not as much for Tampa Bay. Yeah. Things aren't going great down at St. Pete there. Okay, alrighty. I might, after this, I'm going to fast forward to the 7th. Cut out some of those middle innings, and hopefully our commanding lead will remain intact. Ooh, left that changeup floating over the middle of the zone there. That was a good one to hit. Thankfully, he was a little early on it.
So D-Bot in the YouTube chat room wants to know how old Florial is. So I then Googled him.
Yes.
Because I have the computer in front of me.
Sure.
He's 21.
Oh, how old he is, yes.
Yeah, he's 20. I'm just saying if you're going to... Well, never mind. Thanks for watching, D-Bot.
He's 21. He is the #1 prospect in the Yankees organization now after Justice Sheffield's departure out to Seattle. Our colleague Matt Stucco, who probably you could see his live stream of our show broadcast on his Instagram page, so check him out. He and I have got we're going to work on some sort of prospect video ranking, just sort of an update in terms of, you know, where certain guys stand, the top 10. There's a ton of righties in there. I think 12 of the top 14 Yankees prospects, at least in terms of MLB.com's prospect ranking, are right-handed pitching prospects. So in terms of just depth, there's a lot to like there if you're looking at the Yankees. Obviously, they have parted with certain, you know, Sheffield, certain guys in trades, and that's just the nature of the business. You're going to deal prospects to get proven talent, as they did with Paxton. Clint Frazier, obviously a fan favorite and a really, really promising outfielder. Had all sorts of concussion issues and symptoms that were kind of derailed his season last year, but definitely a top-end talent that could also maybe end up in a trade. I think there's a lot of potential for a reunion because obviously the Yankees, when they dealt Andrew Miller a couple years ago, they got a whole bunch of Indians prospects. So now maybe the Indians are keeping an eye on a guy like Frazier, who was once in their organization. They drafted him. Maybe if they're really considering a Kluber trade, maybe they say, you know what, Frazier, we know, we love. He's got red hair. It'll fit with our whole aesthetic. It's perfect. Joking about that last part, but great prospect. Maybe he is sort of a centerpiece along with any number of other guys. I'm personally getting back to Florial. He's so young, and he still has so much to go, but he has so much potential, promise, that I, if at all possible, would hang on to him. Of course, he is several years, I would say, maybe 2-3 years away from making a legitimate case to be a, you know, starting outfielder with the Yankees. So maybe that's a guy that you say, well, we'll roll the dice, we'll trade him, we'll try and bring in a Kluber and really make a run out of the World Series in the next couple of years. And I did not sim ahead, but I just wanted to get the ball rolling here in the fourth, get a nice leadoff double, set the stage. I did get an out already, but all right. Fast forwarding to the 7th. Stay with us and watch. Here we go. There we go. Fast forward.
Still rocking that no-hitter? Am I allowed to say that?
Why did you say that? That's rule number 1. Oh, no. There it is. And there it is.
Let me tell you something.
Unbelievable, Coach.
Me saying it has nothing to do with it.
You say that, but
yeah, roof.
If I end up with a one-hitter here, I'm going to be upset. All right, 1 hit, 7 innings. You know, I'm going to go the 8th. These innings seem to take a while. We're still putting up crazy runs. Oh, they got a second hit. Okay.
Good.
And a run.
Keep them coming. I didn't say anything about a shutout.
Yeah. Out hitting the Orioles 21-3 right now. It's 13-1. Jean Marinez. I'll admit, I don't know anything about Jean Marinez. He's probably a fake creative player, but if he's not, I apologize, Jean. And I wish you luck in the future. All right. That's perfect. And Duhar was up to bat back in the 4th when he started the sim, and here he is now. See, that's on me. I got to be patient.
So in general, I got to go back to this no-hitter stuff.
Sure. Yeah.
Is it the $250 million payroll that's responsible for a no-hitter, or me? Like, I don't have an ego where I actually think it's me.
John Sterling had a funny line about that I heard where he basically dismissed people getting mad at him for jinxing stuff, and he was like, if I had the power to I'm not going to do his voice. It's iconic. I don't want to try and do a bad impression, but he said, if I had the power to jinx pro sports teams, I'd be in Atlantic City right now, and I totally agree. I would be jinxing teams left and right, betting against them, and wouldn't be working here, let me tell you. No, I'm just kidding. But in real terms, what?
You would.
In real, what? Not go for 2 there?
You'd still be here, working hard on the show.
Oh, you're right. No, I do. I actually probably would. It's so much fun. I get to play video games. What else? What more do you want? But even still, you know, I had a nice little thing going. I had a no-hitter. You don't have to shine a light on it. Oh, that's going to be probably an ending double play. Ooh, that's close.
Where's Aaron?
Are we going to take another look at it? He doesn't think he's out. Gut feeling thought he had him by a step. We're not going to get a chance to review. I guess he was out. It's a shame. It's a darn shame.
Oh.
Bang, bang play, though.
Bintang Kurik in YouTube. Welcome back, AJ.
Welcome back. He's been on Twitter hollering at me. Friendly, amicably. Ask him when our stream is going to be back. Thank you for finding us, rejoining us. It's awesome to have you. He's been asking me some questions about free agents, obviously the Corbin stuff, certain guys. So, welcome back. Oh man, look at this. Arch still on the hill. 92 pitches. It'll depend on this inning if we get a chance at a complete game shutout here, but not a shutout. I apologize. Complete game.
Unrelated, I believe it was this day in 1984, maybe? Yankees got Ricky Henderson?
I
can't
prove you wrong, so yeah. Let's go with it.
Probably my favorite all-time that I've seen play.
Okay, yeah.
Ricky Henderson.
Definitely, I don't think there's a guy in baseball in terms of just personality and character like Ricky at all. Speaking in the third person, just total uber confidence. Love it. The stories you hear from Reggie Jackson, from the guys that, that knew him, played against him, played with him, they're priceless. I love it. John Olerud's story, which is very sad, that's not actually true, but...
I'm going with it being true.
Yeah, just...
Prove that it's not.
Why let the facts get in the way of a good story, as they like to say.
So, I believe the Yankees traded Eric Plunk in that deal for Ricky Henderson.
Eric Plunk.
Then the Yankees traded Ricky Henderson back to the A's, and guess who they got? Eric Plunk.
Really? That's a funny little trivia bit.
I'm going to go to Baseball Reference.
I love that. I had no idea. All right, so we got Betances already warming up. This is great. We're just in the driver's seat right now. Man, that's funny. I wonder how many times that's happened in baseball over the years where guys traded for each other.
There was an instance, I believe, where a player who got traded actually was the player to be named
later.
Yes,
I was going to bring that up. He was the player that was later named. I forget who that was. Was that a Ken Singleton teammate, maybe? I don't know why. Maybe that's why I'm thinking it. But I know that was literally the next thing I was gonna mention.
Yeah, Plunk was in that deal both times.
Okay.
That's great.
That's funny. I was just listening to a podcast recently, Fangraphs podcast, give them a small plug, not that they need it, but with a pitcher named Oliver Drake, who over the course of the calendar year was a member of 6 different major league organizations. They just kept getting claimed and DFA'd back and forth. He said it was the first year that his wife was traveling with him during his season, and they signed a lease on 4 different apartments, and then had to remove, and then they said at the end of it, they just stayed in hotels, but sort of similar in terms of, oh, look at all these teams that really want me. They must like me. And, oh, look at all these teams that don't really need me. They must not really like me. It's sort of a funny fence to have been sitting on. So that was a funny listen for, a guy who's not an all-star player, but certainly a compelling baseball story. And he was a member of the Orioles for 9 years, too. So there you go. Tying it in. Oh, that's drilled. Right on the screws from the elder Gardner. Tough offensive year for Gardy last year. I think this might be it for him. But I think if that is the case, he will give his absolute very best. Not that he does every day. We all know that about Gardy, but I think you're going to see a nice, solid bounce back year from him. Oh, get down. Ugh.
Say hi to Michael Caputo.
Hit it too hard. Michael Caputo, what's up? What's going on? Thank you. Matt Wormies, I think if he's still out there, he gave me a like on Twitter. Hopefully he's watching. He's one of our good fans and followers. Fiji Man, all of our good buddies. Yeah, it's great to be back. And there it is. It is high. It is far.
Wow.
It is a towering. 3 home runs for Stanton tonight. How about it? Have a day. Have a day. Not 1, not 2, but 3. Love it. Boone loves it. He's giving it a nice hand. That's why you don't trade Giancarlo Stanton to the Angels for Mike Trout. Oh, man. I can't wait. I'm already getting the bug for baseball season again.
Solid crew, a solid attendance on Twitch today.
Excellent. Oh, Twitch, we're definitely hoping to grow, plant our footprints down there in the Twitch community. So thank you guys. If you want to, feel free to share this link, share this video with some friends, some Twitch folk. That'd be great. We're going to be coming at you with more video game content, more Yankees content, of course. That's what we do. So we try to give the people what they want. But thank you, folks, on Twitch. It's awesome. Awesome to have you with us. All right, here we are in the 9th. Oh, got under it. It's okay, though. 3rd dinger for Mr. Stanton. A Stantonian blast for the 3rd time. All right. Adam Jones, responsible for the only Orioles run tonight. Should I go for the complete game with Arch? I might as well give it a shot.
He doesn't like that.
What's that?
He didn't like the pitch.
Oh, that was, yeah, I just wanted to let Gary give it another sign there. All right. Working the quadrants, working the corners. Oh, beauty. That's just beauty. There we go. Now I'm going to get him in the rocking chair.
Adam Jones, who is the subject of one of my favorite yes or no's that you can find on our YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm. With
really likes donuts.
Donuts, yes. Absolutely.
And who doesn't, really?
I mean, you know, if you're a health person, cool, great. But
you can still like them.
You're missing out on donuts.
I love donuts. I haven't had one in a decade.
Don't you feel like a sense of emptiness, though? Like in your heart without it?
No, I'll be all right.
We have an Adam Jones video going up today, I believe. Do we not? About his charity work?
We do, yes.
On our content calendar there from, of course, the aforementioned Mr. Stucco. Young Stuck. Yeah, Adam Jones, maybe a competitor if you're a Yankees fan, but definitely one of those players you got to respect. He's battled the Yankees hard over the years with the Orioles, so definitely will be a shame when he hangs them up. Ooh. All right. See, he's going to think I'm going off speed with 2 strikes, but I'm going to fool him. Go up and in with the cheese. Oh, all right, he got it.
But cheese.
Got a piece of it.
Oh, you're throwing 96 after 109
Absolutely.
pitches?
That's my dude right here.
Jeez.
Empty in the tank. There. Oh, man. Is that bat regulation length? I'm going to have to take a closer look at that.
Is there a such thing as regulation length?
There's got to be, right?
I don't think so.
Oh, he's fouling everything. Trumbo. I don't even think he's got a job. 2019. He's going to foul this one off, too. I just know it. No, he looks at it. Take a seat. Trumbo. See you later, buddy.
You're working Archer here.
2 outs. Arch.
How many pitches?
I mean, you know, when he smells blood in the water, that complete game, the glamour, he wants it. Oh, baby. Still dotting the zone. Still throwing 95. It's a thing of beauty. All right, here we go. New York City's own Pedro Alvarez down in an 0-2 hole. Orioles down to their last strike in a game that they would like to forget. What's it gonna be? Sanchez wants low.
So Bob Jenkins is checking in. I know it's the last out, but Bob wants to know why you're getting so hyped.
What's up, Bob?
Apparently you're playing on rookie mode.
I'm not playing on rookie mode. It seems like I might be because I'm just dominating left and right. I promise I'm not. I'll up the difficulty of our next game. Thank you for keeping me honest, Bob. Thank you for watching. But there it is. Chris Archer wearing number 26, Tyler Austin's old number, gets the complete game. I simmed through the middle innings, so I didn't get a full shutout. You know, maybe I would have given up more runs had I pitched the whole thing, but I'll take it. 15-1. We're back. Franchise. Look at these numbers. 24 hits. That's a week's worth of hits. That's unbelievable. Maybe a series.
Let's check the schedule real quick. I want to see where we are.
Let's do it.
Before we exit.
Sure.
And if we can, see which Yankees are leading in the All-Star voting.
Absolutely. Quick look at our box score. 3 dingers for Stanton. 3 hits, 13 Ks. Archer definitely going to be gaining some Cy Young attention, I would think.
After that?
After that performance, no questions there. Giancarlo Stanton, player of the night. Unbelievable game. All right, here's our schedule. Got another week till the All-Star break. We are 29 games over 500. We're in good shape.
Bob Jenkins, I'm just trolling. Oh, you troll, you.
You rascal, Bob.
Let's check All-Star
League
votes.
leaders. Is it here or is it?
Here we go.
All-Star voting. Arch. There you go. Tanaka. Happer. Sevy. We're just dominating. Oh, these are relievers. All right, Chapman. He's hanging around. 0-2. A little bit of a tough start for him. Here we go. Gary, leading vote getter.
Leads the league in home runs.
Look at that. That's ridiculous. 28 home runs at the break. All right, Glaber, he's in the mix. And Duhar. Didi. I mean, every position, we are well represented. Hicks above Trout. Look at that.
So let's trade Hicks for Trout. Going back to our earlier conversation.
Look at the production.
Batting .329.
50 points higher on average.
Sign me up.
Unreal. Judge. So it looks like it's going to be starter, center field, right field, and maybe a few others. Gary Sanchez back there. I could see this happening in 2019 if everything breaks right. I mean, why not?
No doubt.
Why not? So we got the league leader in batting average, almost league leader in doubles, league leader in homers, top 3 of the top 5 home run hitters. That's as the Yankees as I've ever seen. Judge right there in RBIs. Not a whole lot of stolen bases, but you know we're mashers. Slugging. Top 3 sluggers in the AL. Love it. I mean, this is why you follow the Yankees. We're just killing it. That's what, you know, it looks like I'm on rookie vote. I just got great players. What can I say? I got to give all the credit to the players, you know? They've worked so hard. It's really beautiful to see. No. Anyways, well, I think that's going to wrap it up, right?
Let's wrap it.
Coach.
We have a meeting.
We do have a meeting.
Team meeting.
Thank you, guys. This has been awesome. I've been stoked to come back. I know it's been a little bit, but we're going to keep this rolling. We got a whole new setup. We're going to have all sorts of fun stuff happening. Maybe I'll get a couple guests someday. We'll throw down the sticks, as they say. But for now, thank you, guys. We appreciate your comments, the interactions. Throw us a follow on all the social media platforms everywhere, Twitch, YouTube. You know the drill. So until next time, for Kevin Sullivan, it's been your boy, AJ Herman, and we'll see you next time.